day you could have a speech on an iPhone. So mine is in paper. Kristen Jacobs is laughing because she would do the same thing. So my speech is drastically different than hers. This is a little bit of a roast. But I first want to say what an honor it is to talk to you for the next roughly 45 minutes about my best friend. I promised to keep all the F-bombs out of the speech. Anthony had a lot of trouble with that during mine. Which, by the way, is almost 10, 12 days away, so for 10 years. Diane has had a heavy dose of Prozac, and she's fine. Many of you have traveled from a long way away. And I'm sure the Forbes, Wallace, and Cassata families greatly appreciate it. I thought I would remind and share with all of you some of the more memorable and appropriate Cassata highlights. Therefore, the 45-minute speech just went down to 8 minutes. This list had to be reviewed by a panel of close friends and written down in exact order so that I didn't go into any gray areas. The speech will contain stories, lingo, and events some of you may not understand, which is fine. So feel free to come up to anybody in this kind of attire, and what the hell was that? They'll be happy to tell you the story, and I'm sure you'll love it. I would like to begin this speech, now 3 minutes in, where it all began. HSHS, Hinsdale South High School. Hey Bill, I made all come. Cassata was a true Hinsdale South Hornet. He excelled in football, where he became an all-conference performer as a pulling guard. And was also a National Honor Society member. He even attempted to play basketball. This included running the fast break as a center, throwing behind the back passes into the crowd, patented hook shots, getting slammed in his face when the game is on the line, and reading Mr. Happy and Mr. Silly books as a sophomore on the bench. This did not derail him from being an integral part of our team, however. He took school spirit to the next level by becoming the mascot for our team this season. Page 107. The only problem was he got a little drunk during a critical moment while our opponent was shooting a free throw and decided to log roll down the lane right at him and was ejected and got suspended. The only mascot in West Suburban Bold history to be suspended from 4 games. We're just getting rolling, folks. We also got to see Anthony's business acumen take shape at HSHS. Through hard work, passion for his product, and desire for upward mobility. Our shoe department. This is really all this is true. Cassata also found time between practice and the shoe department to begin dating. He was the talk of the school with his good looks and charming personality. The image got a little blemished when he took a couple girls out in his blue Camaro with T-tops, and the T-tops flew off and smashed all over the highway. Our experiences at HSHS led us to take on another adventure together, Indiana University. We had so much fun in our dorm room, De Hoya 16, which many know, that our time was almost short-lived. We were supposed to be expelled from student housing our first semester due to all the parties Anthony threw. The good news is with any large institution, Ms. Cassata, like our government, they missed the records, and they did not hold our disciplinary hearing until March. Therefore, we were allowed to stay to the end of the year, assuming that we had no additional incidents. That took Anthony 4 days. He threw another rager, got busted, and this time it took groveling, crying to the dean of students, giving up his fake ID, and many hours of community service to be allowed to finish his, to come back for sophomore year. We're all proud of you, Anthony. Over the next 3 years, Anthony completed his business degree, wore the same shower shoes each day, despite fungus clearly growing on him. Started the Connie Evans Club, which is a secret fraternity inside CMU, whose sole purpose was to identify and stalk cute girls at business school, and got CMU on probation for running down North Jordan with a drink in hand in a robe. He also spent a semester in Valencia, Spain, mastering the language at great cost to his family. Today, Anthony can barely speak Spanish. In our post-college life, we saw the Cassata Classic become the most anticipated event of the year. Speedy Willie, who's outside, become a fixture at Bears games. Cassata buy 2 condos in the city and rent in Burridge. And hold the worst Christmas parties of all time. Oh, and this is also when Anthony met Shannon. I have never seen him so infatuated with anybody in his life, other than me. He even gets up every day at 6 a.m. to make her coffee. What a horrible decision that was. I can tell you that his world revolves around Shannon. I've never seen him happier, more content, and excited when he talks about her. And I'll also tell you something else you might already know. Shannon is beautiful, quick-witted, loving, smart, seems to know everything we're trying to do. It's very frustrating. She's an unbelievable baker, and on top of all that, she has a really, really nice laugh. Anthony is famous for his top 10 lists, so I thought, why don't we give it a play? Here are the top 10 reasons why Shannon, this is page 2, is so lucky to be married to Anthony. Number 10. He had a beautiful scar where his 3rd nipple was removed. These are true. Shannon, if you get thrown out of your rental condo in Burridge, you can always move into one of the other 2 condos that Anthony is currently paying for in the city. Number 8. CNN came out with a report that naps are healthy and prolong life. Shannon, get used to him being around. He's taking a 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. nap every day for the past 15 years. We all know this. He gave up a very addicting habit. Cigarettes. Except, of course, when he smokes a pack on the golf course every Friday. Number 6. He spent 3 blurry days in Napa and now considers himself a wine expert. This should have been deleted, but it's still here. Number 5, his private part has a slight curve to it, allegedly, which many sex experts say women prefer. That was an uncomfortable laugh. Number 4, he thinks he's never wrong and will tell you his ridiculous rationale in the face of all facts pointing to the contrary. Number 3, he smells really good after a night of boozing or a tough workout. Number 2, all of his jeans are 3 inches too short, as he is afraid that Chicago will soon be hit by a tsunami. And the number 1 reason Aunt Shannon is so lucky to be married to Anthony is that you now have a second best friend, who is fun, good-looking, smart, and very marginally successful. In all seriousness, Anthony is lucky to have found Shannon and that she had the patience to put up with him. The last thing I will say is how incredibly proud and happy I am for Anthony. He went through a lot of struggles in his 20s and found the inner strength to win the battle. I know many people are not able to do this, but I truly thank God that he did. He started and developed a successful business, and for you Democrats, he did build it. And finds time to generously give back to help others. He has made friends through each stage of his life, and many of them are here tonight. Even Wade. The entire Cassata family has a special place in my family's heart. Anthony is someone we are all lucky to have in our lives. He is not a friend, he is family. I'd also like to welcome Shannon to that family. Let's raise our glasses to a wonderful new couple, and may their lives be filled with happiness.